Dawn Neesom, you were a editor of a red-top tabloid, and
yes.
we know the paparazzi pursued Princess Diana, who was an iconic world international figure. Meghan Markle has never, ever been subjected to the intense level of media scrutiny that Diana was.
No,
times have changed.
She hasn't, because times have changed enormously, and rightly so, Andrew. And I thought what's very interesting, I did sit and watch. I would rather not have watched it, but I thought for work, obviously, I had to. So I sat and watched all 3 hours last night, and it was very telling that the paparazzi shots they used of Meghan being stalked by a paparazzi on a motorbike and people sort of like hiding in basements and taking pictures, that was in America. That wasn't the British press doing that. And the headlines that were pulled up about sort of like, you know, implying racism were from American publications.
Yeah.
So this having a go at racism in this country is profoundly wrong. And what you were both saying just now about sort of like, you know, obviously Harry is severely traumatised, and I did feel incredibly sorry for him watching that. I really did. I was very lucky enough to interview Diana back in the day and met the boys when they were little, and the love those two lads had for one another was so sweet, especially William looking after little Harry. And to see how the relationship has deteriorated now, it's horrible. I've really felt sad watching that.
Yeah.
But you were saying it's sort of like Harry is traumatised. Well, William is traumatised. Those two lads went through that together. They walked behind that coffin together. William was looking after his little brother the whole time, walking behind that coffin. So for Harry to then do this, and, you know, there are lots and lots of digs about his brother in that, including the line that was picked up, I think, on the Metro, saying, royals don't marry for love. They all marry...
Only they did.
Compliant
Only
women.
Meghan
Only theirs is a fairy tale love story.
Yeah, outrageous.
What an appalling thing to say about your own brother and father.
Yeah.
And how, as you know as well, and I think the other point to do with that with Prince Harry and William is the fact that they played some of the Panorama interview.
Yes.
Because, of course, Prince William put out that on-camera statement following the fact that we found out, following the Dyson reports, that Diana was deceived into giving that interview, that interview should never, ever be aired again. And what happens? 20 seconds of it is played in a documentary fronted by his brother, Prince Harry.
Appalling. And, of course, next week we've got another 3 hours of it.
Another 3 hours. We only got as far as the wedding in the first 3 episodes, so this is going to be the fallout of Megxit, the Sandringham Summit, all of that stuff.
The wedding that this racist country hated. That's why it was worth £32 million, and the streets were lined with white elderly people.
I was there.